You guys remember when I asked you on the community poll if I should watch the Great Potato War like a week ago? Well, yeah, since I finally have time today, we're going to be doing that. And I don't think I ever actually watched all the Great Potato War videos all the way through, so yeah, I think when I was watching them, I always watched them like when I had to go to work or something. So I would only ever get through like maybe 3 to 5 minutes of them, and then I would have to leave. So we're gonna actually be doing the full things, and we'll be doing them probably like a couple days apart from each other. So I don't just want to spam out three videos all of the same thing back to back. So yeah, we're gonna be doing that. Anyway, though, before we get into the video, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. It helps me out a lot, and we actually went up quite a few subscribers in the last couple of days. And also thank you to Grimmy for sharing my Dream SMP reaction videos to her animatics. That was really cool, so I really appreciate that. Anyway, let's get right to the video. Let's also act like I didn't forget to, tell you that the gaming channel, Discord, and Twitter are all linked down below in the intro. So yeah, they're down there. Make sure you join and follow them. Anyway, now let's get to the video.
Technoblade, where have you been all this time? Well, you see, I've been farming potatoes in skyblock. That wasn't a joke. It all started months ago. I just got in a set of superior armor and wanted hot potato books to upgrade it. I could have just bought some from the auction like a normal person, but if Hypixel has taught me anything, it's that if you have a problem, the answer is slavery. So I had 20 potato minions with 20 enchanted lava buckets, 20 super compactors, 20 diamond spread-ins, because it's just free money. Get this upgrade.
I don't even know what those are,
and
I play
about
skyblock.
242,000 potatoes per day. At this point, I had enough potatoes for my armor. I could have stopped. I could have put an end to this, but I thought, no, what if I went even further? You can check your ranking in each individual collection, and I was already top 50 in potatoes. I decided at that moment that I was going to be the #1 potato farmer in skyblock. How hard could it be? First, I needed to get more minion slots. Now, I'd already spent a lot of time getting minion slots because I believe...
Every time you say how hard can something be, it typically turns out to be harder than you actually think, because you're like...
minions are important. I mean, they work 24/7.
You're not assuming it's going to be as hard. I don't know how to word that.
You never bother to log in, and as such represent the only way to achieve the dream that all skyblock players share, which is to not have to play anymore. Unfortunately, each minion slot requires exponentially more resources than the last, so I did what any self-respecting skyblock player would do, and sat in the shop menu buying ice for 30 minutes.
I remember this.
I'm having fun. I dropped out of college for this, and after spending many hours
is just a waste of money
million
anyway.
Coins, I finally unlocked the
student.
22nd minion slot. At this point, I thought I had first place in the bag. I mean, there's only a couple of solo players that have 23 minion slots, and I figured if anyone went to that much trouble to get more minion slots, they'd probably spend it on a minion that actually makes money, like clay minions. But I thought to myself, you know what? I'm gonna go even more overkill, alright? I'm gonna upgrade my level 7 potato minions to level 9. Now you might be thinking to yourself, oh, Technoblade, isn't that obvious? Isn't it just more potatoes? Why wouldn't you do that immediately? No, it's not, alright? Upgrading past level 7 on minions never makes sense. You're never getting that money back because upgrading cost over 100,000 potatoes just to get to potato 9. That'll take over 2 months to get that money back, over 8 months for level 11. It's just a bad idea. Oh, but Technoblade, isn't that just a long-term investment? No, it's not. Remember cactus farms? Remember how they were great for like 5 days and then the admins obliterated them in an update? Yeah.
No, I don't remember
your
dreams
are going to go that long without getting crushed by the admins? No, you're never seeing that money again. I'm sorry, it's gone. But I wasn't farming potatoes for profit. I was farming them for honor, for glory. So I started upgrading them to level 9. My last hidden weapon was the farming crystal, which increases the speed of nearby
seems like such a waste of time.
I could only fit 12 minions in that radius, but I thought, you know what? Whatever. I'll just make a second farm crystal. Here we go! Oh, okay.
Oh.
No, I'm glad Skyblock tells you that after you make a second crystal. I mean, it's not like you could just tell me that after I make the first crystal! Whatever. It's not a total waste of money. At least I can auction...
Oh.
Thank you, Hypixel. If I wanted to fit all my minions in that 8-block radius, I'd have to think in the 3rd dimension. And so, after restructuring my farm, the potato pyramid was complete, yielding 309,000 potatoes per day. But as an ex-English major, I decided that math wasn't enough to defeat my enemies. I needed to consult the classics. In The Art of War, Sun Tzu says, if you know the enemy and know yourself, You need not fear the result of 100 battles. So I decided to
I
do
love the
some
Sun Tzu
investigative
quotes. They're the
journalism.
best.
I discovered a forum post from September in which a user named I'm a Squid Kid bragged about being ranked #1 in potatoes. By stalking his profile, I found another post weeks later in which he suggested he was now around 7 million potatoes. By putting these two data values on a grid, I could calculate the slope to estimate his average daily potato yield. It wasn't perfect, but it was
A
the best
lot.
method I could think of to estimate how strong his potato farm was. I mean, it's not like I could just go to his island and look at it. Wait, that
Bruh.
worked? But what I found shocked me to my very core. No, this can't be. This man made 8 potato 11 minions, and then he painted the Mona Lisa! It was at this moment I realized that I wasn't dealing with a
What?
potato madman, but a potato supervillain. At this point I fell into despair. All sense of rationality, even the slightest hope of making his money back. This man had thrown them all away to farm potatoes. I had 2 more minion slots than him, but his
The
minions
Irish
were
would be
so
very
high
proud
level
of
that
him.
He was still making more potatoes than me at 310,000 potatoes per day. But I wasn't even worried about his potato farm. I mean, I still had some minions to upgrade. I was confident I could make a stronger farm. I was worried about his head start. The month I spent farming the Pigman sword, he'd already been farming potatoes. According to my calculations, he was already 7.5 million potatoes ahead of me. Even if all my minions magically became level 11 at that very moment, it would take 107 days to catch up. I can't go that long without uploading. My
Over
fans will
3
murder me. So
months
was that it? Was my
of
quest
potatoes.
to become the #1 potato farmer in Skyblock destined to end in failure? No, I refused. The sunk cost fallacy wouldn't allow it. If I wanted to defeat a man that had descended into potato madness, I would have to take his insanity and triple it. It was at this moment I spoke words that had never been uttered in the history of Skyblock. I should get minion expanders. Minion expanders have long been known as the most useless item in Skyblock. So you know how all minions have this like 5x5 area in which they work? They don't actually need this area. They could work with 1 block just as fine, because all I do is break a block and then they place it right back. They don't need options. So what the minion
I've always wondered how that works, because they're like, alright, I'll mine a block and then I place it. How does that give you any productivity, though? Like, how would that actually help your minion collect anything? If they're only collecting 1 block and then they place a block, I mean, I know it's just like
expander does is it turns that
a
5x5
minion, but
area
how would that work?
into a 7x7 area. Why? Why would the minion need more options so it doesn't get bored? But with the Slayer update, they added a hidden attribute to minion expanders, which buff minion speed by 5%, which is still garbage. Diamond spreading gives like 5 times the value, and I didn't have enough space to put both of them in my minions. But unfortunately, diamond spreading only gives diamonds. If I wanted to become #1, I'd have to sacrifice all that free money for 5% more potatoes. With the minion expanders taking up so
Hey, that
much
adds
extra
up
space,
over time.
the potato pyramid was no longer enough to fit all my minions within the farming crystals radius. So I built the Potato Dome! Boasting 5 floors, the Potato Dome could fit all 22 expanded minions. And after I'd finished upgrading the rest of them to level 9, the Potato Dome could now produce 337,000 potatoes
Jesus.
per day. At this point, the Potato Dome was the most powerful
so many
potato farm in
potatoes.
Skyblock. I was ranked 20 on the leaderboards and rising fast, and yet I knew, in my heart, that it wasn't enough. It wasn't even close. But what more could I do? Farm potatoes by hand? I actually did for like an hour. It made a tiny dent. Sure, it would have worked eventually, but come on, is mindlessly repeating the same task for hundreds of hours really what Skyblock's all about?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, pretty much, but I wasn't about to do that, man. When I said 100 hours, I was not kidding. And yet, as time went on, it began to seem like that was truly the only way.
Skyblock
The
is more of a just kind of sit there
the enemy
and waste
is
your time
provided
kind of
by
game
the
mode.
enemy himself.
I mean, it pays off in the
I'd
end,
done
though.
it. I discovered a critical flaw with Squid Kid's potato farm. His minions were too close together. Now, with any other kind of minion, that wouldn't have mattered at all, but potato minions are unique. When they're too close together, they'll start trying to plant in spots the other minions already planted and get stuck in an infinite loop, dragging down the overall farm's potato output by as much as 90%. The reason he hadn't noticed this and was still first place in potatoes is because this only happens when someone is online and on the island, because otherwise Skyblock just runs a calculation to guess how many resources your minions would have made while you were offline. Anyways, he left the door to his AFK machine open, so I left my alt in there. Welcome to the real world, Squid Kid. Okay, can we take a moment to talk about Jerry, alright? I got Jerry here. I got a Jerry there. There's actually 2 Jerrys in there. I have video evidence, okay? Look at this. He's multiplying. He's undergoing mitosis. But that's not all. The other day I was just minding my business and then... Why is he there? I knew I couldn't rely just on sabotage to get first
He
place,
just wants to
because who
climb a
knows if
tree,
there's other
man.
people out there just like Squid Kid throwing away everything just to farm more potatoes. So I decided to look into alternate fuel sources for my minions. I mean, enchanted lava buckets are already the most efficient permanent fuel source in the game, but what about temporary fuel sources? So I got a bunch of hamster wheels, which give twice as much of a boost, 50%, but for only a day. And I threw
Was
like
that a Minecraft
100
day
of
or
them
a
into
real
the
life
potato
day?
dome, and it started making 450,000 potatoes per day. And so the days went by. Every day I'd log in.
Actually, how are those actual how do those calculations work? Is it a real 24 hours, like real life hours, or is it just like a Minecraft
An
day?
AFK on Squid Kid's Island with my alt, while my minions burned through hamster wheels, quickly bringing me into the potato top 10. I was finally making good progress, until one day, when I went to AFK on his island again. Oh god, he's online. What do you want? Why do you keep doing this? I just wanted to check on the Last Supper, man. You AFK'd on my island for 12 hours! It was a good painting! I figured Squid
He's
Kid would
acknowledging
find it a
all the
little bit
details
suspicious
of
if
the
the same
painting,
guy
my
was
guy.
AFK at his island every day. So I got a second account, and then I left them both in there. Be extremely subtle, even to the point of formlessness. What? Why? Why are you guys here? I've been buying some enchanted baked potatoes from the auction house. It's not the most efficient use of my money, but look, I need potato 11 minions if I want to catch up as quickly as possible. We can't only have 2. It's not enough. Well, I mean, it is enough, but I want to upload within the next year. But the problem with the auction house is that it's filled with crazy people. Look at this guy. He's bidding
4
3.9
million?
mil for 26. You think that's bad? 11 million. I could see someone bidding 7 million on a stack of enchanted baked potatoes. 8 million. I could understand that. 11 million. Deranged psychopath. There's no justification.
I don't understand
Send
any of
this
that. I
man
only
to
have like
prison after a couple
10,000.
days of minion farming and buying enchanted baked potatoes. We have 102, which in regular potatoes is over 2.6 million, and we can only make 4 maxed potato minions with it. That's all we can make. That's how expensive maxed potato minions are. They're so good, but it doesn't matter because they cost so much. It's never going to pay off. They're all gone.
That was only 4?
Whatever. It's for the leaderboards. I had to sell everything so that I could invest it in potatoes, man. I had to sell my young dragon armor, my rare cake collection, massively overinflated Halloween items. I had to mortgage my house. It's crazy out there. I actually did pretty well during the Halloween events, which allowed me to raise a lot of money. But I'm just saying, look at this spooky pile, right? Limited edition item with my name and pig rank stamped on them. Could you imagine how much money I would make if I put this on the auction? I would make Dan TDM's 15 mil water bottle look like tap water. He left this sign for me, whitelisted. What do you want from me?
Sorry about that. We had to pause the video for a second. Someone came down and asked me a question. Now let's get back into
I'm just ruining Squid Kid's whole life. He's traumatized. He's just living in fear. Why are they here? Why do they keep showing up? But after a few days, I ran out
The
of hamster
whitelisted are
wheels, and I
undergoing
had to resort
mitosis.
to my final weapon, the catalyst. The catalyst is the strongest fuel source in the game, tripling your minion output, but they only last for 3 hours. Fortunately, I had a couple. With the power
my
of catalyst, my
God.
potato output skyrocketed, and I put that all back into leveling up my minions. And in a matter of days, I had 22 potato 11 minions producing 893,000 potatoes per day. I don't make hot potato books. I make hot potato libraries. Originally, I thought I'd have to go bankrupt buying catalysts if I wanted
That's
to
a
catch
lot
up
of hot
to Squid Kid,
potato
but I
books.
actually discovered that catalysts are amazing. I can buy the materials to make one for like 10,000 coins on the auction, and then each of them makes 14,000 coins in potatoes. This is a miracle. It's free money. So every day I sold hot potato books, and then I bought more crystals. And then I sold more hot potato books, and then I bought more crystals. And that's the story of how I made infinite money. Well, not really, because you can only use so many per day, but I made a lot, and now I was ranked 3 in potatoes. I did some more investigative journalism and found the guy ranked number 2 in potatoes. I'm gonna give you guys 3 guesses as to who left a funny rating on his post. Squid Kid! I was right on his tail, but I decided to visit his island to see just how strong his potato farm was. Oh, this is a joke. This is pathetic. Only 18 minion slots. This is just sad. I've seen Irish famines with more potatoes than this farm. You might get away with this farm in some garbage vegetable like carrots. But potatoes? How dare you? Oh my god, this crystal. This crystal, it only covers 5 of these minions. Oh, I'm gonna throw up. Against a farm like that, I easily took rank number 2. It seemed like I was only 1 step away from my potato dreams, and yet Squid Kid had been so dominant on the potato leaderboards that he was still 3 million potatoes ahead. But with Catalyst, such a lead could be destroyed in a matter of days. Still, to be safe, I kept AFKing on his island, until one day. I checked my alts window for a moment, and the island was full. 2 guys I'd never heard of before had called the police on Squid Kid and brought a helper to investigate him. Who called the police? Whitelisted. Are you Squid Kid's alt? No, I just AFK here a lot. As a hobby. I'm so suspicious. He doesn't believe me at all. I'm getting banned. They'd been investigating while Squid Kid was offline. I met him later that day and decided to warn him. Squid, I know we've had our differences, but the police are after you, man. I saw a helper. Squid. There were 2 dudes, Squid. They came to your island with the helper. They were snitching. I don't know why. I need names.
I love that
Let
voice.
me get my screenshots. You gotta be careful, man. The snitches be everywhere.
Snitches be everywhere.
Anyways, I'm gonna go AFK now. Just act natural. Just and I'm gone.
Squid Kid's gonna have nightmares about whitelisted.
Enemy, but his sheer dedication to farming potatoes had earned my respect. I had to give him help from one potato brother to another. Also, I'm deeply scared of him. Did you see what he said when I told him the names? Names noted. That is serial killer talk. We ain't gonna be hearing from those 2 guys ever again.
They've been
potatoes, and in a matter of days, Squid Kid's lead was almost completely destroyed. And yet Squid Kid himself had no idea. He even put a billboard on his island, number 1 in potatoes. But why would he suspect? Just a few days ago, he'd seen proof on the forums that he was millions in the lead. The poor fool had no idea what was coming. Has it updated? It hasn't updated. Alright, I'm going to the hub. Has it updated?
He's number 1.
Yes! Number 1 in potatoes! To celebrate, I took my 2 alts and my main account, and then I AFK'd on all 3 of them! I think at this point Squid Kid knew that the alts were mine, but he was
driving
so
him
confused.
crazy, Techno.
Why had Technoblade been AFKing on his island for weeks? He was so confused that he didn't even realize that his potato leaderboard spot had already been taken, so I went to confront him myself one final time. What do you want? Why are you doing this? Your potato rank 1 spot is now mine.
Oh my god.
He's checking. He's checking.
What? Oh my god. My guy wasted
For
months.
years, my machinations lay undetected.
Oh my god.
This is all I have.
Oh my god, he broke him.
Squid, I found a problem with your island. A critical flaw.
It says I'm dropping school and
over
shit.
here. Squid, get over here. This sign, it has the wrong number.
Oh my god. Techno, come on.
Pretty bad week for Squid Kid overall, I'd say. First he got arrested, and then I cyberbullied him, but it had to be done. And let me just say, there is no chance of him catching up. I even got 23 minion slots just to bury any hope he had. This spot is mine, and that's the story of how I became number 1 on the potato.
That is
and
unreal.
lived happily ever after. All the loose ends finally tied together. Well, except for one thing. Oh god, there's another one.
Oh no, not the Jerry's.
And he's staring right at me. There's another one. There's a Jerry in the water. No, 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 no.
There's another one out there.
Where are they coming
I don't
from?
understand. What do you want? What do you want? There's another Jerry on the bridge. They've got me surrounded. I don't understand.
What the? Oh my god, dude. Technoblade? First off, does that guy ever stop thinking? I don't think he does, because his brain is, it seems like it's always one step ahead of everyone else that he's going against, especially Squid Kid. Squid Kid thinking for so long that he was so far ahead, and then Technoblade always thinking just out of there. Squid Kid just got pushed completely to the side, stood absolutely no chance. What goes on inside this man's brain? Is it even going slow enough for us to comprehend? I swear, his brain is working like 2,000 times faster than mine ever does. God, I don't even know. If he already beat him though, I don't even know what these other 2 videos are even going to be about. What is he, just cyberbully him even more? I guess we'll see in a couple days. Anyway though, if you guys enjoyed the video, consider subscribing to the channel. Comment down below what you thought about this. What do you think about the Great Potato War? Is it just completely mind-blowing that someone is able to do this for months on end and not go completely insane? Because I would have gone insane already, especially farming just potatoes for several months. Yep. Anyway, in your guys' comment down below, make sure you include something for me to watch. I will go through and I will like every comment. I may respond to them. We shall see about that. And also make sure to like the video or dislike it, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.